When is a crime not a crime? The legal loopholes that let people walk free. If someone stabbed somebody and walked free and they admitted to fraud and they still beat the case, why? Because in the eyes of the law, not all crimes are punishable. Today, I'm showing you exactly when a crime is not a crime. This video is about the weird, rare, and completely legal ways people avoid conviction for things that seem very criminal. I'm talking about legal loopholes, technicalities, procedure errors, and defense most people don't even know exist. You're not just going to be learning the law, you're going to be learning how people beat it. Statutory loopholes. Let's start with the basic one. The law doesn't cover everything. If a statute doesn't explicitly say an action is illegal, the court can stretch it. Judges don't write laws, they interpret them. For example, a man in Oregon distributed fake parking tickets with a real phone number, asking people to appeal them by calling. Immortal? Immoral? Yes. Illegal? No. Because there was no specific statute prohibiting it. He walked. Statutes of limitations. Ever heard of the statute of limitations? It's a legal expiration date. Once the deadline passes, you can't be prosecuted, even if you literally confess. A man admitted in court to sexually assaulting someone decades ago. No charges. Why? The clock had run out. It's cold, it's wrong, but that's the law. Police or prosecution errors. Now, let's get into the gritty stuff. When should someone be convicted? But police work was done badly, or bad lawyering, let them walk. If the evidence was mishandled, it can be suppressed. If the Miranda rights were violated, the whole confession can be thrown out. If the prosecution misses a filing deadline, the case is dismissed. An example, in California, a man charged with gun possession had the entire case dropped because the search warrant paperwork was filed after the search. Total procedure failure equals his freedom. Legal defenses that work. Some defenses feel like legal magic tricks, but they're real, such as entrapment, which is if the government pressures you into doing something you wouldn't otherwise do. Another example is necessity. You broke the law to avoid a worse crime, worse harm. Another defense is insanity. You didn't understand the act was wrong. Another defense is duress. You were forced into committing the crime. An example, a woman smuggled drugs across state line. Open and shut case until her lawyer proved that she was being threatened with death by her partner. The case is dismissed under duress. Our final takeaways is that the law isn't always about guilt or innocence. It's about procedure, timing, and power. People walk free every day, but not because they're innocent, but because the system failed to convict them properly. That's not the flaw. That's not a flaw. That's a design. If you want more videos that explain how the legal system actually works, please let me know.